What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I've got my main man here, Albert. How you doing, mate?
Good, man. Christmas is coming, mate. I predicted the 1-1 draw yesterday, mate.
Yeah, did you?
Yeah, I did. I went for 1-1. Yeah,
No.
yeah. That was even before the Burnley game. I said we draw against Southampton.
Cool, man. Right, we're going to get straight into the daily transfer news and what was going on in the Southampton game straight after this intro. Welcome back, Albert. Tell us your thoughts on the Southampton game last night, mate. What do you make of it all?
Well, just before I said to you before we came on air, I actually looked at the bench than the actual lineup itself because I wanted to see what changes he would make if things were going pear-shaped. I still don't get why Cedric doesn't get in the team, and why he doesn't try and Ainsley in the midfield in the league. Is he allergic to trying him now? I don't know. I don't get it. Eddie started. I'm like, Balogun is Balogun injured? I doubt it. Not on the bench at least. I actually would have played the Aubameyang down the middle. I don't see why you would have changed it against Southampton. I look at it and think I'm trying to understand the logic why he would do that. And Pepe flattered to deceive. I said it in my match review. I don't know what we do with him, Ross, man. I'll be honest, I don't know. You give him a run of games.
Yeah.
What do you do?
This is it. I don't think he fits Arteta's style of play, you know. And we said it when we watched along against Dundalk that even against Dundalk, he wasn't exactly shining, was he? You know. I think he could probably be off in January. And I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't be sad to see him go because I just, in a year and a half, I know some of it's not his fault with the style of play, but I just haven't seen anything of him that makes me think, do you know what? I'd be gutted if he left.
Yeah, because I would have thought, you know, you have the 3-game suspension. You know what? We're Arsenal's in the mire. Let's be honest. We're 15th for a reason. We're not playing well. Come back and just give us something because our captain's not scoring goals. Well, until yesterday. You know what? To be honest with you, even going into that game, you saw me tweet it 2 days when Arteta did the press conference before the game. For me, he lost me, man, with that staunch defense of Xhaka. I thought, hold on a minute, why are you sort of throwing yourself under the bus to protect this guy? For what reason? He's 28 years of age.
Yeah,
he's meant to be an experienced footballer. I didn't see you share the same energy and the same defense of Pepe. Yeah. I'm not Pepe's biggest fan, but come on, man. Like, what, one rule for one? One for another?
When Dozy got exiled for less, didn't he?
Yeah. So I didn't sit with me well, man, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I mean, the worst decision I think he made yesterday was that when he made a sub in about 10, 15 minutes ago, he put Cedric Suarez on for once. And I was like, yeah, that's great, but why are we putting a right back on when we need a goal? I know they're not exactly shining, but surely a striker should go on if we're in need of a goal, right?
What did you make of Ceballos' performance? Because I saw people tweeting at halftime and at the end of the game saying he played well, and I must have been watching a different game.
Yeah, no, I agree, mate. He flatters to deceive, and I think Ryan Wills called it right when he called him spinning top. So all he tries to do is sort of spin around in circles, and he even span around in the 6-yard box and tried to get a penalty, didn't he?
Yeah, I said that. Yeah, when I was doing my notes, I said Ceballos 36 minutes trying to win a penalty, when exactly just trying to do what you should do, either square it off to Eddie or whether it was in the 6-yard box, or try and shoot yourself. You're trying to win a penalty.
Yeah.
Mate, we've got problems, man.
I know.
Serious problems, mate.
Right, we're going to move on to today's transfer targets. Before we do, just show. There we go. The first player we're going to talk about today is Aouar. Now, today, they've said that Arteta wants him in January. However, conflicting reports have said that he's just agreed personal terms with Paris Saint-Germain. Now, if I was Aouar, I know what I would do. Do you know what I mean? It's a no-brainer. What do you think about this transfer rumor, mate? Do you think it will happen? Do you think he's going to come or what?
I did hear that stuff. I did hear that thing about PSG. I think you tweeted something. I'm sure I'll put it on Instagram saying that this is what happens when you don't move quickly, and you're right.
Yeah.
I said to you, I think 2 shows ago on your channel, when Fabrizio Romano was talking.
Yeah.
And he's saying there was like a 3-week window or period where Arsenal were just dithering, man, basically, to try and get the deal done. And that's what happens. But he did also say that Arsenal will try and go back for this guy in January, if not the summer. So, guy, you know what, Ross? The Arsenal lied to us so much. Like, I don't believe a word that comes out their mouth, man.
Like paying for a stadium.
Yeah, like the stadium one's a myth anyway. But that's another subject, man. But in terms of Hossein Aouar, I can't see it happening just purely for the fact that they had a better opportunity to get him in the summer whatever transfer window, if you want to call it summer.
Yeah.
And they took too long.
Sure. Yeah. Left it last minute again, didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean,
so I can see him going to PSG, man, personally.
Well, this is what I said. You know, everyone was like, "Yeah, get Partey and go back next summer and get Aouar." And what makes you think he's just going to be sat there waiting for us? You know, if he does really well this season, or if he does really well for France is it the Euros next summer?
Yeah, June. Yeah, June time.
And his price is going to skyrocket, and then every other top club's going to be in for him. So he's not just sat there waiting for us, is he? So I don't get it.
That's the thing, and like the Arsenal fan base don't help, you know, because I hear enough of them talking about, but you know, the global pandemic and clubs are struggling to buy players, but you won't be saying that when he signed for somebody else, because then you're going to be complaining that Arsenal didn't move too quickly. But Fabrizio Romano's already confirmed that we moved too slowly. So why would you get upset about information that you already know?
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense, mate.
I mean, we kind of give it on Zoboslai, and now he's apparently on his way to Leipzig, and he had a 25 million euros release clause. Now, bearing in mind that's euros as well, that's about 22 million pounds. I mean, I don't think he's the answer to our problems, but for 22 million, what player can you pick up for that sort of money these days?
They're saying that he's you know, I think they're saying that is he undecided, or clubs have got till, what is it? Is it the end of December or end of January? I can't remember. I saw it. It's only last week I saw it when Fabrizio Romano tweeted it. So it's not a done deal that he's actually going to go to Leipzig. But I think he wants to. I don't know how good his agent is, but I think he wants to keep his options open, and he doesn't have to make a decision just yet.
Yeah.
So that's the only hope we got, man. As fans, man. Slim hope, man.
Just the fans riot outside the stadium.
Yeah.
Transfer.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to just put Aouar's stats on the screen there. What we can see from there. I mean, it's not too bad, you know. I mean, he's only 22, and if you look at that season, 3 seasons ago, where he would have been 19, going on 20, 7 goals in 7 games. It's not too bad, you know. I mean, I've heard people say he's not as creative as we think he is, but I mean, it doesn't look too bad.
I've heard a couple people say that, you know. Like, I've seen a couple of people's channels and people drop in the chat saying, like, don't get me wrong, he's a good player, but I don't think like you've got the finished article yet, because you haven't. That's basically what I kind of surmise from it.
Yeah, I don't know. At the moment,
but he's better than what we've got.
Yeah, I mean, I'd take Ronald McDonald at the moment, mate. Do you know what I mean? Fucking hell,
it's true.
The closing thoughts on Hossein Aouar. Would you take him or not? What would you do?
If you'd have asked me that before the start of the season, I'd have said yes. But because there's other options who are cheaper, Zoboslai would personally over him.
Yeah. Would you take Zoboslai over Eriksen? Eriksen's available for 12 apparently. Proven.
Oh, well, listen, if it was down to me, I'd take Zoboslai and Eriksen.
And Aouar.
Can you imagine? Now, you know what? I think if Arsenal fans, if they're honest,
Championship manager, Albert.
Yeah, Ross, if they're honest, if Arsenal fans are honest, though, like, if someone said to them, you know what, in January you're going to get Christian Eriksen and Dominic Szoboszlai, you're not gonna complain, really.
No,
you've seen what we've been seeing for the last 3-4 months, man. It's been dismal.
I mean, one thing that made me laugh was like Eddie was saying, yeah, you know, we're looking for a creative player in January. And like one player to me just isn't going to be anywhere near enough. We need more than one player. And it stinks of like the Kroenke era Arsenal where it's like bare minimum FC, you know, we'll get that one player only because the fans are going to tear down the fucking stadium if we don't, you know. Just feel like we need at least 2 or 3.
You see Edu,
yeah.
this guy, like you're an ex-Arsenal player, man. Like legend, I don't use too loosely. I'll be honest, but he was part of that era where we had some good players. But how dare you gonna say that? Like you patronize the fans, man. Talking about he's doing a good job, and not even just that, Ross. Like he was talking about Willian and how he's acting like Willian's like some youngster who's just come into England and, you know, struggling to adapt to English football. The guy's been there for 7 years.
Yeah.
Like we don't know what his qualities already are. Like, come on, man. Like, listen, we've been more than patient as fans.
If you don't know who his qualities are, why'd you sign him?
Did you see when they cut him yesterday in the stand?
Yeah. Do you think that was because he knows the pressure's now starting to turn a little bit on him? Or would you reckon?
No, you know what? I don't think that's put on, because if I'm sitting there watching a game and I play for the club and there was a couple instances in that match in the first half, I'm looking at Arsenal thinking, what are these guys doing, man, in the final third? So I don't reckon that was put on. But then he shot himself in the foot by coming out with the nonsense he came out with before.
Yeah.
Arteta's doing a good job. Jesus Christ. Imagine, what does it look like if he's doing a bad job then?
I know. What would that look like? Relegation? Fucking hell.
We'll be going to grounds like the Den next season, man. Millwall. We're playing Millwall next season.
I know. Fucking hell. Big up as well to the new subscribers. We've had another 7 or 8 subscribers since yesterday, so big up to you guys. Smash the likes up, guys, and subscribe if you're new. We had a couple of comments, we'll move on. Kangaroo, big up yourself, mate. Big ups to both of you. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that comment. Josh, hope you're well, mate. Loving the top, Ross. Thank you. Yeah, it's fucking. I remember having this top, you know, when I was about 7 years old. It's fucking.
I like the old school kits. I'm not one of them people that go buy the kits every bloody season. No, it's expensive, mate.
Fabio Vieira is quality watch compilation videos. Well, I've seen Sonogo look good on there and Ryo Miyachi look good on YouTube, so I reserve my judgment. But that's a player we're going to come on to in a bit, actually. We're going to move on now to player we've been linked with like for ages. Isco obviously plays for Real Madrid. He's 28 years old now. Apparently, he's available for £20 million. Very good player. We think, well, I think some fans think that he's everything basically we wish Dani Ceballos was. Yeah. I just bring his stats up as well. Can you see like the last few?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And again at the bottom, but still pretty impressive. Like 7 and 7. You know, if you had a creative midfielder who did 7 assists and 7 goals every season, you'd be happy with that, right?
Yeah.
I remember when he played for Malaga. I think it was Malaga he came from, and he was absolutely ripping up the league. Obviously, that was a few seasons ago, but mate, I would take him for €20 million. I don't know what you think. What do you think of him?
Yeah, because you know what, people will look at them stats you brought up with him, man. They think, oh, that's the. But come on, man. If you look at the players that play around this guy, he probably doesn't need to contribute really in terms of goal contribution.
Yeah,
some of the players he's got around him, man. You know what I mean, with the numbers. But again, this guy's been linked with English football for about a good few years, man.
Yeah,
us, Man City. I don't know. It depends. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Isco. I think he's like you said, he's everything that Ceballos isn't. You know, man. But 28.
He scores more goals as well.
Was he injured that season? Because he only played 9 matches. You know the one. I think that was the last season. Was it?
No. I think that's this season, mate. Okay. So yeah, he's only played 9 matches this season so far. So
cool.
So yeah, look, that's this season. So in 9 games, he scored 2 goals and 2 assists.
You know what I need to do? I need to start watching some more La Liga, man.
Yeah. So if you went along with them, if you went along with that all season. 9, 18, 27, 36 games, he'd score 8 goals and 8 assists if it went exactly like that, which is which is fucking decent, right?
Yeah, don't get it twisted. Isco's a baller, man. Like
Yeah.
this guy can play, man. Like we don't, you know what I mean? We don't have the days of Santi Cazorla went long time ago, man.
Yeah, oh yeah. Okay, now what we do with him back. But one thing that does make me laugh though is a lot of sports won't take Christian Eriksen. However, he's got better stats than all these guys, all of them, and he's in the Premier League. But people won't take him to 12 million.
It is mad, and if they're saying it just purely off the Tottenham thing, then they need to open their eyes a bit more, mate.
But that's what I say. You know, if Harry Kane was available or Son was available, you'd have it, wouldn't you? You wouldn't care that they came to Spurs, would you?
There's only a couple of people I know that wouldn't take them. But I think they're taking the piss. I think deep that they would take it.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, you weren't turning up your nose when Sol Campbell rolled out an Arsenal player, were you? So
no way, mate. That was one of the best days. That was one of the best days of my life when we got him.
Yeah,
for a free.
Mate, I remember it as well. Like everyone was expecting just Richard Wright to come out, and then he just walked out, and the whole fucking conference just went mad.
You know, the Tottenham fans will never forgive that guy.
I know.
One player that's done the switch over for like a rival club. I think some Tottenham fans speak to them, they can't listen. If they saw Sol Campbell in the street, I'm not saying they're going to attack him, but listen, they wouldn't be going to get his autograph, put it that way.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, though, right? Realistically, at that point, Sol Campbell did make a good decision. I'm not saying that just because I'm a gooner, right? But it's like some people slag off in the last 15 years, the Kroenke era, where Van Persie's gone to Man United, or the guys have gone to Man City and stuff like that. I don't blame any one of them, or Cole going to Chelsea. I mean, the way Cole handled it was a bit underhand. I didn't like that.
Yeah, that's Gareth Bale's agent, isn't it? Jonathan Barnett, isn't it?
Yeah. But I mean, like, they all knew we weren't going to compete. We just cared about a bank balance. As soon as Kroenke came in, you know, the club changed, and you know, they went on and won championships and stuff. So I can't really blame them. They saw what was going on, what we all saw was going on. You know, so
I know some people, if they had a chance to, no offense, to stick a knife in Van Persie's back, I don't think they would think twice about it. But I do respect him because he come out and called it for what it is with the open letter many years ago. Yeah. And recently, like I said in the press release on my channel, when we did my podcast. Yeah, like you're there sitting down talking to a man, like whoever it was at the time. Was it Hillwood or whatever man it was?
Yeah,
showing a man books and figures of how what they're doing. Like
balance. Yeah,
he said you can go. He said you can go fuck yourself, man. I want to know. I want to win trophies.
Yeah, of course, he's a player, right? He doesn't care how much money you got in the bank.
It's true. So no, I respect him for that, Ross. I know a lot of Arsenal fans will never forgive that guy. I think he's a pagan, but yeah.
I see why he did it, mate. I remember at the time he came out and said that he spoke to the manager and he wanted to see if they're going to show ambition. Something that like, loads of players done the last 10 years, and they didn't.
Yeah.
He gave them the chance. They said, if you show ambition, I'll stay. I just want to see that you're going to buy the right players. And they didn't. And it says everything.
And look now. Yeah, it's true. Like, these guys are vindicated, man.
I mean, I think you'll find in the next couple of years, more people coming out like Van Persie that era going, well, I wanted to stay, but they didn't care. And it's gonna come out more and more now, mate. It really is.
You know, see some of these Arsenal guys, right? They need to write a book, man. Not Wenger's one, because I still haven't read it yet. I need to read it, but just let's hear some truth.
Yeah, let's see what really happened.
God, imagine when Mesut Ozil does one. Fucking hell, Ross. You know the following he's got already. Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, I'd love to see his book. So Isco, mate, what you saying for 20 million quid? Would you take him? Yes or no?
Yes. I'll take him.
What if they ask? What if he asked for 250 grand a week and a 3-year contract? Would you take him?
Nah, man. Fuck that. We've already you know what I mean? We've already fucked ourselves anyway with Willian, and to be honest, as much as Aubameyang has been fantastic, that's a big contract to give someone who's basically just a goal scorer.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. At 31, it was a lot, wasn't it?
What was it, including bonuses? You might as well say 400 grand a week, including bonuses. You might as well say that.
Yeah,
that's a big outlay. Big outlay.
I mean, for me personally, I would take Aouar and Isco. Personally, I don't care about the money. I know, like, we don't want to fuck the club, of course, but the way I see it is Aouar. If we spend the money and it doesn't work out, we can sell him and we'll get the money back. And the same with Isco. Really, he's 28. We're only going to spend 20 million on him. If in 2 years he'd be 30 and it didn't work out, how much would we get for him? 15? I don't know.
I would say number one for me would be Zabozlai.
Yeah.
And one other with him. So the ones you mentioned, you mentioned Ericsson or Aouar, but I realistically, I think Zoboslai and Ericsson. I'm not saying it's not. I think it's probably doable. It depends how Arsenal go about it, though. But January transfer windows for Arsenal, boy, it's.
Well, one's available, haven't we? So it'll be in this January, won't it?
Yeah. So, yeah, mate, it's gonna be a tough Christmas, man, the New Year period for Arsenal.
I mean, all of a sudden, every creative midfielder in Europe's available, isn't it? Now we badly need one. Now we're 15th. It's funny how that works out, isn't it?
You know, it's a disaster, mate. Disaster.
Josh, big up yourself again, mate. For 20 mil, I would take it better than what we have. What Isco, I'm assuming you're talking about. Yeah, as well, mate. Smash the likes up, guys. Keep the comments coming in. And we're going to move on to the last player we've been linked with. This is 20-year-old Fabio Vieira, plays for Porto. We've been linked with him, I think, this morning and yesterday. He's got a release clause of £27 million. And this is one that I personally wouldn't take. I'm going to put his stats up here. Obviously, he's not been playing that long.
Yeah,
sorry. His stats up. And you just sit there with that banner going across. In last season, 8 games, he scored 2 goals and 1 assist. And this season so far, he's scored no goals, no assists in 7 matches. But he has scored 1 in 4 games in the Champions League. He's only 20. What's your thoughts on him, mate?
Yeah, I didn't know too much about this guy, to be honest. I did see his name come up. Was it yesterday or was it today? I did see it. I saw that because I saw that picture, the one you just put up on the screen.
Yeah.
To me, he's somebody that, you know what? To me, someone you give it, I don't know, you give it probably a year, maybe another season or 18 months to see how he develops. Because there's some players at that age that can develop a lot quicker. Or are more sought after, i.e. Zabozlai, who I would prefer. So, yeah, he's someone I'd have to watch, Ross, to be honest, before I could even give a proper informative to say, oh, you know what, yeah, Arsenal needs to look at this guy, man. You can say that about most 20-year-olds that are technically gifted.
Yeah.
A lot of players are technically gifted, but they can't cut it in the league. Like, Sabas is technically gifted, but to me, it's not been a good buy, man, at all. And it's a loan as well.
Yeah. I thought things were turning for him, at the end of last season when he started to play well. But again, this season he's gone back to what he did last season. It's just not enough, is it? And I'm a bit fed up with some of these technically gifted players. I'd rather have a Torreira in there now and again who can tackle, can win the ball, can break up play, and then give it to one of our wingers or attackers. Not everybody needs to be technically gifted or like Ronaldinho.
Yeah, but this is what make it like Arsenal fans can criticize Arteta, right, and the board and whatever, but some of the fan, for a perfect example, before Torreira went to Everton, I see some Arsenal fans tweeting about, we don't need him because we've got Xhaka. Are you mad? Like, what kind of a comparison is that? Like, come on, man. Like,
how can it still be supporters who still think Xhaka should play in the team? I don't get it.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. Some of the sections of the fan base are part of the problem, man. Yeah, and they always have been. And yeah, Bellerin, Xhaka. When
Kolasinac,
Arteta first come in, I mean, whoever thought that was a good. I mean, to be fair, Kolasinac was a no-brainer at the time because he came with a free, and that deal had already been agreed for quite a while when he came. And then was he in German Team of the Year? What happened to that guy? Because he didn't come to Arsenal.
That's what I mean, mate. It's a different level in the Premier League. There's a few teams at the top in the Bundesliga. Obviously, Bayern Munich, Borussia Dortmund. After that, you're starting to struggle a bit. Obviously, Leipzig have got a decent team now.
Yeah.
And then there's usually like somebody else like Frankfurt or Stuttgart or someone who sort of comes up. But all in all, though, mate, it's a pretty poor league other than that. So. He's got a lot more time on the ball. I think in the Premier League, every team's a good team now. Wolves, Leicester, Everton, all these teams. There's no easy games in the Premier League.
Yeah. So seeing some of the comments come through, but it's hard to be positive though. To be fair, like I don't blame the guys for being put in the comments to do in the chat because I mean, the game yesterday, for example, like I said, Southampton looked comfortable, man.
Yeah.
And confident. It did. Like Ward-Prowse was bossing it. Like you know what I mean. Like I just think there's some things I was taught as a kid when I played football. The ball moves quicker than you. 1 touch, 2 touch football. That's what Ward-Prowse was doing, popping it off. Romero was popping it off. Like, I don't know. Like, I had to ask myself, pinch myself at one point, and say, "We are the home team, right?"
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Because it just wasn't. I don't know what's going on, man. So, you know, when they said in the commentary, right, Southampton hadn't won at Arsenal since 1987. I thought, oh my god, please tell me this is not going to be another record.
Yeah,
and that record's not even that bad compared to some of the others.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't lost 5 home games in a row since like a whole history since 1886. It's 134 years. Okay. We were literally that close. Let's be real to it, really, weren't we?
Yeah, we was. They had a couple. Listen, they had a couple chances. You know, I know we went down to 10, but which with Gabriel didn't help. But what's it? Redmond hit the bar. If it was a case of them playing the right ball in the final third, they would have won that game yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, once Walcott scored, I fully expected us to capitulate, and I thought there'd be more. But it didn't actually weirdly turn out that way, and I was a bit shocked at that. I know, obviously, Arteta gave them a bollocking at half time, and they came up quite quick. But I was there for the taking, really. So you know, don't understand why Southampton didn't kill us off.
I think we had like a. I think about it now, Ross, and I was watching the game yesterday. I think we had like a 10-minute period. 5-10 minute period to start of the second half. Other than that, I'm scratching my head to see where we had any passages of play. Yeah. And I'm going to talk about the strikers again. I'm going to keep saying it because I don't give a shit. Like, they're lazy.
Yeah.
They don't move. There was a couple of occasions yesterday. I watched it closely. I saw El Neni do it a couple of times where he's got the ball and he might knock it back to the centre backs. He's looking at the forwards to say, like, you guys need to move, man.
Yeah,
like your movement is dead. They're lazy. It took first. It's funny. Even before the goal, I mean our goal to make it 1-1. There was a period. There was a point when Aubameyang got the ball on the left. He's not the best at dribbling. He lost it, and then 2 minutes later, Saka had the ball on the left, and Aubameyang was in the middle. I'm thinking, yeah, that's how it should be. That's how interchange should work.
Yeah.
It took for Saka to make that run.
Yeah, it's a brilliant piece of work, Saka, wasn't it?
Because all these words that Arteta uses about being brave, like you play other than Saka and Tierney and Gabriel, none of your other 8 players do it.
Yeah,
they pass sideways. They want to be stat pads.
This is what I said about Saka in like my streams about Southampton. Saka has to play out wide for me. He's no good when he plays more centrally. You know, he was brilliant last season when he was out wide. He was taking on fullbacks. And if he wasn't taking them on, he was whipping in some amazing crosses and feeding strikers. Right? He's wasted when you push him in centrally. I don't get why you would do that.
I mean, like yesterday we played. It's a lesser of 2 evils, isn't it? Because it seems like it doesn't matter what formation we play, we're still useless. We played 3 centre backs yesterday, and this is the problem. Even when we're playing that system with 3 centre backs and 2 wing backs, still our best attacking outlet is down the left hand side.
Yeah,
but then in a way you still lose it because Tierney's playing. I'm not saying Tierney can play of the left of a 3, but ideally you don't want to play him there because you're nullifying him going forward, and then you're wasting Saka as the left wing back. Not that he can't play there, but it's just I don't know, man. We're putting square pegs in round holes, isn't it? True.
I mean, for me personally, if Saka's not on the left, I want Pepe to play there. I hate this fucking inverted wingers bullshit. They know what he's going to do every time. You know, he's going to just cut in on the left to try and either curl it in or have a shot. And it's just like, is that all he's meant to do? You know, like there was one point against Southampton where he should have gone down to the byline and whipped it in, and he didn't because he's got no right foot. And I just thought it's just a waste. Why bother? Why bother? Just so he can curl it in every now and again. I mean, the defenders know what he's going to do every time as well. It's boring.
If you're going to play him, and I sort of I look at it, I watch him play. If you're going to play him, for me, I said it before. People can disagree. Just play him on the left of the free.
Yeah.
If you don't play him there, to me, you don't play him.
Yeah.
To me, there's no other reason or any point to play him anywhere else in the team other than on the left of the free.
Yeah.
Because it makes like you're right. It doesn't make any sense in playing on the right. Because when he cuts in on his left foot, he doesn't even bloody shoot anyway.
Yeah. I mean, how many goals has he actually scored doing that anyway in a year and a half?
Oh,
not enough, right?
I'm concerned for him, man. I'll be honest. Forget the price tag. I'm concerned for his development at this football club, mate. I watch him play. I don't see any drive. I don't see him wanting the ball. I don't see any end product.
Do you think he'll be out in January? Do you think Arteta's trying to sell him because he doesn't fit into his style of play?
I don't think he'll be out in January. I think Arteta's more likely to be out in January than Nicolas Pepe.
Yeah,
but yeah, like I said, if you play, to me now, having seen Pepe, over a year now, like I said, you play him at the left of the free or you don't play him.
Yeah, no, I agree, mate. Either play him left up front or left on the wing. But this whole inverted thing on the right is just bullshit.
Doesn't work, man. It doesn't work. He's ineffective.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely agree, mate. Rohan, big up yourself, mate. Hope you're well. This club is rotten to the ground. Yeah, completely agree, mate. We need the whole thing ripping out. You know, the owner, the board, the players, even the youth system. I mean, all these other clubs like Chelsea have got an amazing youth system. You know, who we fucking got? You know, yeah, we get a few players come through, but I don't think they're going to be good enough.
I've listened to that. I can't stand the man, to be honest with you. Tim Sherwood. I think he's got a bee in his bonnet from being sacked from his last couple of jobs, isn't it? But he was basically saying Arsenal, like he just doesn't get it. Like, you know, you're trying the same trusted and tested players. Why are you not giving the youth a chance? And I can't disagree with that.
Yeah.
Because even whether you think he was a good manager or not, he did actually give Harry Kane sort of, you know, a chance over Roberto Soldado, who was a big sign at the time.
He couldn't score in a brothel.
Yeah. So and he drafted some of the youngsters at Villa with Grealish and a few others. But yeah, like all these guys, like I know they need to be fair. I know they were loan the likes of Zach Medley's at Gillingham. Is it Trace Cole or Trey Cole's at Gillingham? I think as well. McGuinness is at Ipswich. Obviously we've got what's my man's name? We've got Balogun here in the first team. But boy, like if these guys are our future, which I don't think Arteta is going to be there for much longer if this carries on, if we don't pick up wins.
Well, this is it. You talk about our future. I mean, he looks like he wants to sell Saliba. He's exiled Guendouzi as well. Balogun's out of contract in the season. He won't give him any games. There's two others. Who else were they? Martinelli, he played well, scored that amazing goal against Chelsea, then dropped him.
Yeah, people seem to forget that. You're right. I'm glad you brought that up.
And he's playing Saka in a system that doesn't suit him. So where does that leave our young players?
I don't think there's any other manager that I can think of currently, and I'm talking about Saka here, where he would have played in as many positions as he's played for Arsenal in the last.
It's crazy, isn't it?
To me, it doesn't make sense. I get the first time when he broke into side because we didn't have a left back.
Yeah, we were screwed.
But he's played everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't get it, man. You know what I mean? We've got Everton in a couple of days' time.
Saturday, isn't it?
Goodness knows what that result's going to be.
Yeah.
5:30 kickoff, isn't it?
This is it. Bellerin's back as well, so potentially, I guarantee he'll get picked.
Yeah, someone said that. He would definitely. I'll be shocked if he doesn't come straight back in.
There you go. Yeah, Josh, me too, mate. Me too. I fucking can't stand that guy. Him and Xhaka are the first two players needed out of the club, along with probably Kolasinac as well.
You know what? For the ones that have really got it in for Arteta, right? He's playing into some of the Arsenal fans' hands. You know why I say that? Because Richarlison's going to play Saturday, right?
Yeah.
When he plays on the left, right? So he's going to terrorize Bellerin.
Yeah.
Every left-sided midfield player in this country who plays in the attacking final third must be licking their lips Pedro Neto for Wolves.
Wolves, yeah.
What's the guy? The boy for Burnley, Dwight McNeil.
Yeah.
The Villa. Who's trying to fit Villa? Barkley.
Yeah.
Ruined him.
Who plays on the left other than Richarlison? Who's the midfield? Is it James Rodriguez or was he on the right?
James, I don't know if they play. So like Calvin Lewin's down the middle, innit? Richarlison normally plays on the left. I'm trying to think.
Left midfield then behind Richarlison on the left.
I'm trying to think now. So they got. It's not going to be. It's going to. So they have Allen and Decor in the middle. He played Sigurdsson bloody last. Was it last week against played Sigurdsson last week against Everton, didn't he? I mean against Chelsea. Sorry.
He did, yeah.
I'm trying to think who plays in it.
Allen or a James Rodriguez.
I think James is on the right. I think James is on the right. I think James is on the right. I'm sure he's on the right.
Yeah, you're right. I think Andre Gomes is back, isn't he? You know, the Portuguese guy used to play for Barcelona.
Oh, we got a hell of a problem. So what? Xhaka's well, that's a bonus he's not playing. But
no Gabriel.
Fucking hell, man.
For free game.
I think he's definitely gonna. You know, I mean, we've actually got quite a decent record against Everton away, but
yeah,
he's definitely going to play three centre back. So you'd assume it's going to be Tierney, Louise, and Rob Holding.
Yeah,
and Saka will play left wing back, and Bellerin will play right wing back.
Yeah,
and the midfield picks itself because I don't know who the bloody hell is he going to pick.
Well, talking about that, Lucas Torreira might be back in January. So moving on, closing thoughts on Fabio Vieira. Personally, myself. No, he's not ready. I don't know if he play, but
he needs more. From what you're saying in terms of his game time, he needs more time, man.
Yeah,
much more.
Those are joining late. That's who we're talking about. Been linked with a £27 million move for him, Porto. Yeah. That brings us on to Lucas Torreira. Now, apparently, he's not met the required standards at Atletico Madrid, and they're sending him back to Arsenal in January. I think his agent said that he's denied that, but that's the difference, isn't it, between like an elite club? Look how ruthless they are. You haven't met our standards. Bye bye. You're going back. Not we'll keep him for 3 seasons and offer him a new contract. You know.
When I heard that, I said, you know what, this guy's an Arsenal player, you know, and you have the Mandem in Spain saying, you know what, this guy's been here a minute, 5 months, 4 months, however many months you want to say. He said, no, he's not. This guy's not cutting the mustard, man.
Yeah.
I actually thought he might do well over there, but then I thought to myself, you've lost Thomas Partey, right?
Yeah.
And you've got Torreira, and you've got Torreira in replace. That's, to me, that's chalk and cheese, man. In every which way possible. So it's mad because you hear so many things about this. I heard that obviously today about Torreira. And basically, was he even getting any that? He was even really getting that much game time over there? From what I heard, he wasn't getting that much.
Well, yeah, he has 9 games for Atletico. I think only 2 of them are starts. The rest of them from substitute.
But what did that tell you?
Yeah, he's not good enough.
That tells you
2 starts were against, like, I don't know, cup games or lower league opposition or whatever.
So that's another 27 million or 22 million Arsenal turn wasted, isn't it?
Yeah, unless we can get rid of him somehow. Rowan, big up yourself, mate. Overmars is leaving Ajax in the summer. We need him in board to change the recruitment structure. We need to start from the top. Do you think he'll come to Arsenal, mate?
I think Overmars is too smart to come to Arsenal now.
Yeah.
I can't see it happen. I think if it had come, I think it would have been probably a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, if you could, Ross, I'm not being funny, right? If you couldn't get Emery's right-hand man, Monchi, to come, what makes you think Mark Overmars is going to come?
Yeah, I mean,
he ain't got a loyalty to Arteta, man. Or he want to work with Edu. Like, no, man. Like, Mark Overmars, do your thing for a couple more years, and then come and we get rid of this idiot. Kroenke.
Don Raúl left. Do you think he just thought, you know, this is going to be a nightmare for at least another 2 or 3 seasons, and he just thought, fuck this, I'm not taking the bullets for this.
I think they got rid of him before he could turn around and say that.
You reckon? You reckon we sat?
Yeah, definitely with Ralstonelli, man. Yeah, because the shenanigans on top of that with the Pepe deal. Yeah, they probably told him to go.
Can you take a backhander or something like
that? Allegedly, for people try to shut down Rossi. Yeah, allegedly there was some.
Sorry, allegedly. Sorry,
yeah, there was allegedly some misgivings. But if it is true, then listen, this has been going on in football. Listen, we lost. Well, my manager that I love, we lost him due to something taking. You understand? Brand envelopes, all them sort of thing. For one of the deals, can you imagine?
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see Overmars at the club, but I think you're right, mate. I don't think it'll happen. I think like you're right. Who would want to sort of throw themselves into the fire at the moment? You know,
it's true. Even if these men don't watch Arsenal every week, right? What Overmars is, well, I don't know. I'm assuming he's a fan of Arsenal, even though he played for other clubs. But in the role that he does currently at Ajax, right, and he's been doing it for quite a while, I understand. Why is he gonna even? You could even apply the same thing to Van der Sar at Man United. You just really think, you know what? I would love to go back, but I'm not going back now. You mad?
Yeah.
What's going on? It's true, man. These guys are not stupid, you know. Like Van der Sar and Mark Overmars. It's about timing. I'm sure Bergkamp would have come back years ago.
Yeah. He was another one who was rumoured, wasn't he?
Yeah, but I think Wenger had it. I know. Well, I'm not saying I know for a fact, but I do think there's probably a good chance Wenger didn't want any ex-Arsenal player back.
Yeah, why do you think that is? Do you think they know too much and stuff? And I don't know. Why wouldn't he have an ex-player back?
It's about control and power, isn't it? And
I know.
Wenger too much.
He had Pires back as a coach, who's still there now. He had Freddie Ljungberg back. He had Thierry Henry back until he said he wants to do Sky Sports. And then Wenger said he can't do half and half. He has to be fully committed or not at all. So he has had some ex-pros back.
He has, Ross, but I think he's had them back, but at arm's length, mate. Because someone like Henry, and he hasn't started that. Let's be fair. From what you kind of hear of Henry, he's not easy to get along with, and he can be very abrasive.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's good when you have someone. If you're a manager and you have somebody as a player, different relationship, mate. When they stop playing and come into the coaching setup, and different setup. Yeah,
I mean, Henry went to Monaco, didn't he? He got sacked after 3 months, I think it was, and then got replaced by the guy that got sacked before him.
Yeah.
He was in that bad a job.
Yeah, I remember when they had the I know they have a section on the BBC 5 Live. I think it's the European section, and Julian Arons was talking about Henry's time at Monaco at the time. Ross, it was beyond a joke, man. Like he just didn't know how to. His man management was awful.
Yeah, what? Like what? I mean, I heard he kicked off quite bad in the change room just before he got sacked or something. I don't know what that was all about.
And you know why I believe it? Even that, it's very easy to source. When he did that, he had a press conference or something. One of the players was sitting next to him, and the player got up, and because he didn't tuck in his chair, Henry just stood there and looked at him, and the guy went back and tucked in his chair. And this is during a press conference. I was thinking, fucking hell, man, what's that about?
Yeah,
like that's not how you kind of. I don't see any managers doing that, even if you're up and coming or not. Like, why are you doing that, bro? And I heard it's even worse when he was at Monaco.
Yeah,
he's. I think he's expected. I think when you're a player of his stature, I think you almost think that you can translate that into coaching, and not necessarily, mate. It's a different ball game.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many players that just can't be managers. It's weird, isn't it? I don't know why. But then you've got players. Like people like Wenger, who were never great players, that end up being brilliant coaches, or at least the first 10 years anyway.
And Jose Mourinho as well.
Yeah, or Ferguson. You know, so it's kind of a strange one, really.
Yeah, Mourinho makes me laugh, man. I saw his press conference in it yesterday.
Yeah. What was he saying?
They asked him, what did he say to Klopp, innit? And he told him that he was lucky to win, and that the way Klopp was acting, like. To be fair, Lampard even kind of pulled him up with last season when like Klopp gets a bit too
cocky, yeah,
carried away on the touchline, innit? And Mourinho was saying basically if it was him, it would have been a bit of a different story, innit?
Yeah, he'd have got like reprimanded by the FA or whatever.
That's basically what it was. Mourinho is box office to watch, even whether you hate him or you don't.
Yeah.
It's hilarious, man.
I mean, Ryan Klopp, I've seen him kick off a few times recently. Like, it was against Brighton or something. They didn't get the result they wanted. I think Brighton last minute penalty or something.
Yeah.
And he was kicking off with the Sky Sports presenter afterwards, wasn't he? Saying, "Oh, you chose the matches, you chose them at this time. It's not okay." And he was going to report, no, like not you personally, but you as in Sky. And it was just a bit,
He had a go at Chris. He had a go at Chris Wilder as well, swinging, because apparently he's one of the managers that voted against the 5 subs.
Yeah.
Really makes me laugh at that guy.
Rowan, hasn't Huttle made Leipzig relevant before Nagelsmann joins? There's a lot of people shouting for Hazen Huttle, or however you pronounce it now.
Yeah.
Would you take him?
I can see why people are giving him plaudits. Could I see him at Arsenal? Don't know. Anything's possible, man.
Yeah,
anything's possible. I remember at the time, even when I said this at the time to a couple of my Arsenal mates this was a few years ago, when I actually said one manager who I would have liked to have seen. Probably people are probably going to laugh now, obviously, because football's, give it a year, 2 years, people's perception can change of a manager. But at the time, I said Ronald Koeman would have been a brilliant fit for Arsenal at the time.
Yeah.
At the time. We still in Champions League then, I think, at the time.
Southampton.
Yeah, I think, was he at Southampton then? Yeah, he would have been. I think he would have been. I think so. Yeah. Definitely before he went Everton, I know that. But yeah, Koeman was. But I know he's had a bit of a roller coaster at Everton. But who hasn't gone to manage Everton? It's not easy. But yeah, Koeman's someone I thought, you know what, could do a good job. But the problem is, still got the same board, isn't it?
Yeah. Until they go out and act like an elite club and go out and get all the players we need, not just like the bare minimum, like 1 or 2, like all the fucking players we need. We're always going to come second best, mate, like always. I think, Leicester won the league as an absolute freak one year, but all the top teams like Chelsea, they identify who they need and they just go out and fucking get them. And that's what a top elite club does.
Yeah, I think Arsenal fans for the moment can forget about Kroenke selling up, because the thing is, it's like, you think about it, what can you do to sort of force the issue? But like for me, I know I haven't bought anything Arsenal merchandise-wise, right, for about 5 years.
Yeah.
Because why am I putting my hard-earned money into a club that are just taking the piss out of us?
Yeah. I mean,
and I'm not even a season ticket holder, so them guys are getting stripped naked.
Yeah, I mean, we've got the highest prices in world football, and they're telling us we've got no money. I mean, it makes no sense.
It is an insult.
But Tottenham have just bought £1 billion stadium and go out and buy 5 players.
That's what makes Arsenal look really, really bad. It does make them look bad, because that stadium cost Tottenham a packet.
Ours cost 400 million, wasn't it? Theirs has cost £1 billion.
Yeah.
And and they've got money to burn, so I don't get it. And even if we didn't, we've got a billionaire owner, so I don't get it, mate.
Listen, from when you still got the likes of Mike Ashley still at Newcastle, and I know them guys, I feel them guys is paying, and I'm not even a Geordie.
Yeah.
And the man's still there, Ross.
I know. I can't believe he's not left either, right?
I find it unbelievable, I do, honestly.
The only thing I can think of is that he can't find a buyer for the club. That it must be the only reason why he is still, because he kind of does it to sports. He goes, "Oh, you know what? I'm going to leave. You want me out? I'm going to leave." And they all get happy, and then he drags it on for about 6 months or a year, and then they all kind of forget about it, and then he just stays. He's done it about 2 or 3 times, isn't he?
I do. I feel sorry for us as Arsenal fans, but I always say it. There's one club I feel sorry for, man, because they had a light at the end of the tunnel. They had some light at the end of the tunnel before the start of the season, but I didn't think that move would get sanctioned anyway with the Saudis. No.
Yeah. I mean, having said that, though, I think it's more realistic for the Newcastle chairman to leave than ours. I don't think Kroenke's going to.
It is. You're right, because on Kroenke's just over a year's had full ownership.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, man.
I've heard that he bought the club thinking it's going to be a European Super League. And you remember Wenger came out when he got the job at FIFA earlier in the season and said that there'd be like a European Super League in the next 2 or 3 seasons. And that people will be starting to say that Kroenke is holding out for that to happen, and then he's going to sell the club when it's worth like a lot more. But look at where we are at the moment. How are we going to join any fucking European Super League? We're not even going to be in the Premier League at this rate.
If certain people get their way, Ross, mate, do I think it will happen, the Super League thing? Mate, never say never, you know.
Yeah.
But if you ask me, would it happen? Do I think it's going to happen? Not for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, I don't think it'll happen as quick as Wenger says.
No.
But the thing is, so they've tried it before, didn't they? They wanted to do it about 10, 15 years ago, and everyone voted against it. Everyone still wanted their domestic leagues, and that's why it hasn't happened yet. But
if this ever happens, Ross, man, I tell you, football's finished in many aspects, man. But if that goes through, man,
because what the club's going to do who aren't in the European Super League?
Exactly. It's going to be this is why it can't happen. I don't want it to happen. What for, man? Like, let the people have their own domestic leagues, man.
Yeah, I mean, it happened in rugby league, didn't it? Do you remember they tried it about 20 years ago and it just didn't work?
No, it didn't.
Yeah, they only had one rugby team. I think it was like Barcelona or something, where they called it the Barcelona Dragons, who joined it. But then I think they disbanded it after about 10 years or so. It just wasn't working. It was just English clubs otherwise.
I hope it doesn't happen, mate, to be honest, this Super League talk. I know it's been surfacing. Like I said, football, money's ruined football from a long time ago.
Yeah.
Why do you think you got stupid things like the Nations League? Like, this is all money, man. They don't care about their players. They couldn't give a shit. If they get burnt out and have a serious injury and don't play football again, you think they're bothered?
Yeah, they couldn't give a fuck, man. They couldn't give a fuck about supporters, man. I mean, you know, just the way it is now. I mean, remember when we was at Highbury at 38,500? They said when we moved to the Emirates at 60,000, it'd be easier to get tickets for everyone. It's not, rather.
Listen, man, I'm a red member, but it's not easy to get tickets for certain games, man.
You know what I mean? Like,
particularly when it's category A games, mate. Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, like Highbury, you could probably get a ticket if you really, really wanted to. But now you can't even do that. They've even stopped like some members selling their tickets on. They can't do that. It's like they're like gold dust, mate. You know, and if you've got like a silver membership, even just a silver membership, like no one's giving that up.
No way, bruv. You know how that is? No. They're not. That's why I feel sorry for some of the hardcore ones that go like home and away in Europe, because man, this club's got them by the nuts, man.
Yeah. I mean, I looked at the price of a season ticket, right? And the only ones you can get are the what do they call them? Is it platinum or whatever? You know, when you sit in that middle bit with like a fucking rich guy. Yeah. $3,000 or something, and that's just a season ticket. Yeah, I think it's like 2,755 quid or something. Now, bear in mind, that was for this season, so I'm assuming next season, when hopefully this COVID fucks off, I don't know. I mean, maybe it'll be more. Maybe they'll double it. I don't know. But
they're taking the piss, even for the red members, right? And I know there's I don't know. I'd hate to think how many there is. There's probably millions. Like, he's happy to take our money back in July.
Yeah.
When there wasn't even no concrete evidence he's allowed to come back to football matches. How are you taking people's money, man?
Yeah.
Like, you're taking the piss.
Yeah, I know. And then sack Gunnosaurus.
But this is what I'm saying about that. But this is what I'm saying, Ross, about the kit thing, right? This is what winds me up with the most, right? If I feel the club is mugging me off as a fan, right? Of course I'm going to watch them play, but why am I going to be buying their kit, man? It's different when I pay for my Sky Sports or BT Sport, because there's other things that come with it.
Yeah.
Other perks. But when you're buying an Arsenal kit, what perks are you getting? Fair enough, if you've got kids, I understand. Like, I understand that you're not going to not buy your children the kit. But as a grown adult, like, come on, man. Like, you're giving the club money, man. I'm not doing that. I stopped doing that 5 years ago in terms of merchandise, man. You're mad.
I mean, like, Gunnosaurus, right? How much money could he have been on as like a yearly salary? Absolute tops, what? 30 grand a year for that? 40, 50, maybe 50?
Was it you that mentioned it the other day? I thought it was you or someone else talking about how much that guy
yeah.
A lot of money, bro.
But I think that was a joke. I don't think he was on that much. I mean, it's ridiculous, isn't it? It's like penny pinching at the highest level. It's crazy from a billionaire owner. Fucking.
It's mad. Yeah, can you imagine taking money? You know what I mean? You're taking money. We can't even go back to the games until probably the season after next.
It's mental, mate. So Alex, big up yourself, mate. I hope you're well. We're Rossing to the core from top to bottom, beyond the joke FC. Yeah, totally agree, mate.
And you know what makes it worse? Like I think I heard someone. It's right. Like rival fans, right? I've never seen it this bad, Ross. I'll be honest with you. Like, yeah, I know a lot of people jump on the YouTube thing and whatever, but you got mans out there. Ideally probably Man United, maybe Liverpool fans that are making content on Arsenal watch-alongs or Arsenal losing.
Yeah,
like that shouldn't be happening, man. Like,
it's beyond embarrassing, isn't it?
It is embarrassing. It is embarrassing.
It's beyond embarrassing for me. That's what I'm saying. Is we've become so much of like a calamity club that that's what people are doing to us now. It's that embarrassing.
It's true. Even for example, if you go on YouTube, right, and you see people's content, I guarantee you probably 70% of it is of rival football fans taking the piss out of Arsenal.
Yeah.
Of people's meltdowns.
Yeah.
I think I've seen about. There's not. This isn't even a well-known person, but they showed that one, that guy that I don't know. He's young, maybe young, but he looks about late teens, early 20s, maybe. And the guy is basically in tears, almost crying.
Yeah.
I just thought, look, and people laugh. Chelsea fans look at that, and Tottenham and United just laugh, bro. And I'm thinking, you're making money off our failure. That's embarrassing, bro.
I know. I mean, I was looking back at some YouTube from some other Arsenal channels 3-4 seasons ago, and looking at some people's rants and stuff, and like for games where we lost like 5-1 to Liverpool, 6-0 to Chelsea, and it's just like it's still going on, like it's still happening. Nothing's changed. You know what I mean? Like, how are we sitting in this position? It's just like, they've left the club to just be like they say, rudderless and just drift aimlessly, and it's just like this was always on the cards, and it's gonna happen. Like, if Kroenke doesn't actually get his ass over here and actually fucking properly overlook the club, we probably will get relegated, mate. It will be, just like nothing seems to happen. They're paying the board to sort the club out, and it's just not happening.
You have to give a shout out to one of my guys, man. Like, he's got a YouTube channel, but it's not really football related. Big up Ryan Colasso, man. Like, he said it. I remember he was on he did an interview on AFTV. This probably was about 3 seasons ago. 3 seasons ago. I think it was an away game. I think it's away game Bournemouth. I'll have to message him and ask me, but he actually said it at the time, and a lot of people laughed at him when he said it. That they're taking a piss out. Because he said about relegation. So if Arsenal continue the way they're continuing, don't be surprised if we're in a relegation battle. I think he said in about 5-10 years' time. And he said that about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So he says now, like, why? See, this is what I kept trying to tell people. The way the direction the club is going, don't think it's inconceivable that we're going to be bantered off and be in the predicament that we're in. It's a lot worse than I thought it'd be.
Yeah.
I mean, we're breaking records or broken records that there's Arsenal fans older than us, like, that I know are on the YouTube scene or come onto people's channels that have seen a lot more football before George Graham, like Terry Neal.
Yeah.
Them guys, and they said they've never seen it as bad as this.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow.
Even ex-pros, even like people like David Seaman come out and said he's never seen it this bad. And I think Emery needed to go when he got sacked, and I think Lee Dixon said it as well. But do you think there's a discipline problem at Arsenal? We get a lot of sending offs, and it almost seems like, to a certain extent, that the players are down tools again, like they did under Emery and stuff like that. It seems like just everything's wrong with the club. Like, there needs to be someone to discipline them and go, I don't know what, but do you think that?
I know people. Yeah, it's a good question. I know people say about, but when Wenger was there, we had a red card issue.
Yeah,
but the difference was we was winning.
Yeah, and it was like bookable tackles from like Patrick Vieira or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, some of the red cards we got back in the day, they weren't too good, man. I remember when Patrick Vieira spat in Neil Ruddock's face. That's a bit different, but we was winning then. We was winning them, but if you look at our red, I'm trying to think. If you look at our red cards, though, they're not. Some of them are not even through people making reckless tackles. Some of it is just And some of it's our experienced players. I mean, David Luiz has had the record of what? The most red cards in the season? Fucking hell, man. Like, what the hell? And these guys meant to be an experienced guy, man. If a guy's run past you in the box, the last thing you do is go and pull him down.
Yeah.
And he did it, is it twice? He done it at Liverpool away.
Yeah.
He did it at Chelsea away. And he did it at another ground as well.
He got sent off against Man City, didn't he? The first game back after COVID. I think was it? No, he did. He pulled someone back.
Yeah. Again, 3 times.
Yeah,
it's the same incident in a season 3 times. That, and you're meant to be an experienced defender.
Yeah, played for Brazil. Like how many caps he got for Brazil? 60, 70?
A lot of caps for Brazil. Yeah.
Yeah. Played for PSG.
Fucking hell, man.
Played for Chelsea. Played for Benfica. But yeah,
I about red cards. Pepe was just naive and stupid. Xhaka has done that before.
I think he did it on purpose almost. I think he feels like Arteta's going to get sacked in the next couple of games.
Yeah.
He gets sent off. It keeps him out of the limelight for 3 games, and no one can blame him because he won't be playing. It just seemed a bit, it almost seemed like he did it on purpose from my view. I know that sounds a bit crazy, but I kind of think he did a little bit. That's
what annoyed me with what Arteta said about him in the press conference. I thought, hold on a minute, and I think what made it worse for me when I because I didn't watch the press conference, I actually read the transcript on the BBC Sport website. And the more I was reading, I was thinking, nah, this guy's not serious. This guy is actually taking the piss. Like, why are you defending this guy? Oh, what did he say now? Something about, to not let one mistake sort of, outweigh everything. He's like, what's he done though to warrant you talking about him in that light?
Guendouzi didn't get that, did he?
Exactly.
He exiled straight away. It would just it's really harsh on Guendouzi. This is what I'm saying. This is why I think that he exiles players like Saliba, like Guendouzi, and Pepe jumps all over him, scapegoats him, because these are players he's trying to move on. They either don't fit his style of play, or he's looked at the squad and thought, I can get 25 million for Guendouzi, I can get 30 for Saliba, I can get 35 for Pepe, get them out, and I can bring my own players in. That's what I think it's about.
I don't know what is. Yeah, that must be the reason, Ross, because it doesn't make sense, man. How you brought a guy in on a 3-year contract. I mean, that's gonna be over his. That's gonna be the death of him, man. Because irrespective of he's Brazilian or not, William, man, like for you to sanction that move, I don't care if it's a free transfer.
Yeah.
Look at the wages you're outlaying for this guy, man.
I mean,
and you're playing him as a regular.
Well, Real Betis apparently in for him, aren't they? In January, or I think that actually probably the summer. They Real Betis want him to replace. Is it Joaquin or the management?
Joaquin's been playing for time, man.
Yeah, man. He was one back in like the early Championship Manager days, wasn't he?
Yeah, he played in like the 2002 World Cup back then. But like, why is this guy still playing football, man? This is madness.
He's 39. He's older than me. Still playing on the wing for Real Betis. Well, he's until the summer anyway.
I'd rather take him. William. Man.
Mate, I'd back myself over fucking William.
Joaquin and Denilson, bring them back, man, from Real Betis. Yeah. Brazilian Denilson.
No.
Man.
Yeah. Relegation a reality? I think it is, mate. I think you're right, unless we do something soon. Because, but the manager's got to stop playing the wrong players as well. Playing Bellerin and Xhaka isn't helping. And I fear that once they come back from suspension, they'll be straight back in a team again. And that's what I'm worried about.
But Xhaka's going to miss Chelsea, isn't it?
Xhaka's going to miss Everton Saturday. And does he miss the cup game, or is it only Premier League games?
Only Premier League.
Chelsea, because we've got Man City as well in the cup before that.
He's gonna miss the Chelsea game in the league, isn't it? Surely.
Yeah, if he only misses league games, it'll be Chelsea. But we've got the Man City up before that.
Yeah, I don't want him playing in that game. Actually, I don't want him playing in any game, to be honest.
I never want to see that guy in an Arsenal shirt again. Either of them, to be fair, Bellerin or Xhaka.
Yeah, one of your guys made a good point. I just see it in the chat, but I'm not going to let him bring it up. Like, I think Gabriel came out, is it an hour after the game yesterday, and apologised?
Yeah.
Where's Xhaka's apology?
Yeah, where's Aubameyang, our captain?
Someone said it. What's your name? Judges said it on the FTV. Said what he only comes out when he scores a goal. He scored now. He scored and he comes out and gives an interview after the game.
Yeah.
Like, where was you the last 2-3 weeks before? Even when he gave the interview yesterday, Ross, I'm like Aubameyang. You know what I would have rather preferred, right? If he hadn't come out at all.
Yeah.
Because I listened to him yesterday. I'm not being harsh. I just thought, like, bro, if you're not going to give a press conference now for the last 2 games, and you're going to give one, but you're going to give a talk like that, I'd rather you not say anything. Because he's talking about, I'd rather do my talking on the pitch, but you haven't been doing anything on the pitch. That's what he said, didn't it? That's what he said. He said it on them because the games were on Amazon, didn't it? Our Prime Amazon, whatever it is. Yeah, they're saying about he'd rather do his talking on the pitch. That's what he said, Ross, in what he was saying. I said, you're not serious, man. You might as well not say anything but Xhaka hasn't apologized, which is why it annoyed me with what Arteta said yesterday.
Yeah. I mean, the worst one for me for Xhaka was when it was last game of the season under Emery. We needed a win to qualify for the Champions League against Brighton at home. We went 1-0 up, and for some stupid reason, he decided to pull someone down in the box, and we drew 1-1, and it knocked us out of the Champions League, which obviously would have meant that we could have obviously bought more players or better players. Yeah. And he just walked off, mate, like nothing had happened. Like he didn't. It's almost like he didn't realise the consequences of what he had done. Just walked off and I just couldn't fucking believe it, mate. It was like fucking hell, mate.
Even last season, I know this was before Arteta come in it, and Emery was still there. I went to the game. I don't know how I got a ticket for it. Arsenal Tottenham at the Emirates. Fucking, I done well to get a ticket for that, mate. Trust me. But one of the Arsenal season ticket holders, thank bless him, mate, let me have the ticket. But he gave away that penalty. Fucking hell. You must remember it in the first half, man, when he clattered Son in the box. He went to ground and just clattered him in the box. And it's funny because at the time, when I was at the game, I actually didn't see the incident because I was blocked, so I couldn't see the actual incident. But someone said to me next when I was sitting in the game, watching the game, going, "Oh no, what's this guy doing?" And I'm thinking he must be talking about Xhaka. So it's only when I saw the replay when I got home, I said, "Oh my god, this
you already know who it is without even watching the game. It's bad.
It's unbelievable." I remember Gary Neville was rinsing him at the time on commentary.
Yeah.
This guy's meant to be a Swiss international footballer. He's been playing in the Premier League for about 4 years. And he's making a tackle like that in the box.
Yeah. I mean, Redknapp fucking annihilated him, didn't he, after the Burnley game, I think it was. He said, I don't get what he does. He doesn't attack. He doesn't defend. He loses players and he just takes people out and gets a yellow card. It's almost to say, oh, look at me, I'm doing something. And he's spot on, mate. He's fucking spot on.
Look when we played Wolves, and if on the Wolves official account, bro, there was a mocking Xhaka.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know what to say about him anymore. I can't believe people are still picking him. I mean, for ex-pros to actually just slag him off to the point where, I mean, even Patrice Evra, what he said, it's crazy. So for anybody who doesn't know what Patrice Evra said about Granit Xhaka is, he got invited around Thierry Henry's house and to watch the Arsenal game. He switched on the TV and he switched it off again as they're walking out. And he said to him, why you switched it off? He said, because I can't bear to see Granit Xhaka walking out, leading out my team as captain. And you turn it off. And for ex-pros to come out and say these things like Redknapp and Evra, it's fucking madness, mate. You know?
And yet you still have sections of the fan base that will say something to justify why this guy should be in an Arsenal shirt. I find it baffling, bro. I'll be honest.
Hey, mate. Smash the likes up, guys. Subscribe if you're new. And yeah, mate, he's still getting picked. Fucking, I'm gonna run through some more of these comments.
Yeah.
Josh, maybe we can get into the National League. Well, fucking hell, mate. You know, if things are going the way they are, we will do.
If Kroenke wasn't gone by then we definitely got problems, mate.
No, he'd set up before next. We're losing to but man, speak up, so mate. Hope you're well. Evening, gents. Hope you're both well. Can't believe our fans were celebrating a draw. Unbelievable. Well, this is what we've been reduced to now, isn't it? Oh, apparently we got a draw at home with Southampton. It's you know, it wasn't a loss. We know we should keep Arteta for another few games.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be surprised if anybody was celebrating the draw. I just think we stopped to rot.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we're still not playing well.
Yeah, let's hope that that goal by Aouar is the start of some more goals for him. Because if we can get him firing and scoring some goals, that's going to help us big time.
He needs to do more though, man. This guy, man.
Justice, big up yourself, mate. Thanks for that comment. Josh Shaka still doesn't apologise.
He hasn't. I'm still waiting for his apology from Crystal Palace. Because he didn't apologise.
I think that shit failed, Albert. I know you're getting it, mate. Yeah. Thanks a lot for your comment, mate. Hope you're well. Kangaroo, I want Fabio Vieira. What makes you think that Fabio Vieira's the answer to our problems, mate? Put it in the chat.
Yeah, give him time, man, because he's young, isn't it?
That's it. I mean, he's only 20, and obviously I've not seen him play. So leave it in the comments, mate. Why you think, if you've seen him play, why he's good.
Ross, you know who my guy is, man. The Berry Eze, man.
What, the ex Arsenal graduate who's at Crystal Palace
doing his thing, man.
He hit the post against Tottenham, didn't he?
Yeah, people are gonna think I'm just loving him because he's full of Nigerian, but that's not the reason only. That's not the only reason, but mind you, he plays for England anyway, so he's not gonna play for Nigeria.
How long would you give Arteta before the sack, mate? I wanted him sacked after the Spurs game, so that ship sailed for me. What about you, Albert?
Well, I think I understand the question, but we need to go and ask that question to Edu. Because he said he's doing a good job.
He said that he's preparing, a beautiful future for Mikel. You've not seen the comment. I'll read it out to you, mate. You've not seen it?
I heard it. That's why I'm going, oh my God.
Right, let me read it out. Give me a second. Let me get it up. What it says. Edu said, Arteta is doing a great job. We are in the process to have a beautiful future with Mikel. It almost sounds like they're getting romantic, doesn't it? You can sign 20 players, which we're not going to do. That's not going to work anyway. Why people expect a magician to go, boom, come here, Messi? That's not going to happen.
That's what I was saying to you earlier about this guy. I know you play for Arsenal, but you're taking the piss out of the fans. The Messi comment. Are you stupid, man? Come on.
When he said that Arteta's doing a good job, I thought that was like, come on, mate, don't mug us off. We're not fucking stupid. He's not doing a good job, It's fucking.
He's making the Messi reference, bro. What's he talking about?
Yeah, we're not expecting Messi, mate. Just someone who can fucking,
He's not serious, bro. He's crazy.
Fucking mentalist, isn't he? So how long would you give him before the sack? I said I'd already sack him. What about you?
I said to you, he'd be lucky to make it to the new year. But they're not going to sack him.
When would you sack him? He's asking. Oh, come on. Don't sit on the fence, Albert. Come on.
I'm not sitting on the fence because it could be any game.
Mate, I would already sack him. I said to
you before, the only way they're going to sack him is if we get in the bottom three, which are not far off.
Yeah, I mean, Burnley were in the bottom three and they beat us at home. So
there you go. So yeah.
And we're probably going to lose back against Everton away and then Chelsea at home. And then probably Brighton as well, who are not far off us.
Yeah, Kangaroo, go and tweet Edu, man. He might. I don't know what answer we'll get, but.
Arteta begged Xhaka to stay, but sent Guendouzi out on loan. You get more creativity out of Guendouzi than you would Xhaka. Totally agree, mate. And I also think a Guendouzi partnership would be decent. What do you think about that partnership, mate?
I understand the comment, but Guendouzi would give us more. I wouldn't necessarily say give us more creativity. I think he'd give us more energy and more mobility. That's for definite. I think the thing is, until you see a player play with another player, you never really know about partnerships. Because I heard that same thing said, when we got Partey. Oh yeah, you can play him next to Xhaka. Like, how do you make that comparison when you haven't seen them play together?
Yeah,
you don't put players together like that. You need to see them play together.
Yeah,
and I'm not Guendouzi's biggest fan anyway.
I think the kid's got talent. I think he just needs a bit of looking after, and coaching. Some
people might say he's a slap about this looking after. He's a slap.
Well,
yeah,
slap looking after.
Yeah. He's smart.
What manager would you like Arteta to be replaced with? Mate, I covered that on a different stream. Go back and see if you haven't already. I post where I've put about 7 managers I would take. Let me see if I've got the thing up here. I myself up here. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, here we go. So this is the the one that did the other day. 7 potential new manager targets, and you can see them all there. Allegri, Pochettino, Simeone, Den Haag, Rodgers, Benitez, Nagelsmann. Go check that out if you haven't already, mate. I would take 5 of them. I wouldn't take Den Haag or Nagelsmann, but I'd take all the others. Allegri sat there doing nothing. He's at a club. You wouldn't have to pay them any compensation, same as Pochettino. They're the 2 obvious targets for me. But what about you, Albert?
You see what their managers you put up here?
Yeah.
If Arsenal was serious,
yeah, go on.
I would be very surprised if they wouldn't go for any of them. Because if they didn't go for any of them, then who the hell were they looking at?
Maybe they go for Patrick Vieira, mate, because he's been sacked from Nice.
Oh God, no, I don't want any. I said to you before, I don't want any Arsenal player associated with this football club until we get a new ownership.
This is what we said that stream, is that we want someone whose experience has got a track record of winning at a top level and knows what they're doing, not somebody to give it to just because they're cheap or they're an easy option or something.
Yeah. We might as well go and buy managers from Lidl, man. Go and get the managers from Lidl. They get good money anyway now. It's supermarket people, but listen, go and give them the manager job, man. If you want the cheap option. Ridiculous.
Smash the likes up, guys. Subscribe if you're new. Just going to finish off with getting your thoughts on the game, the look ahead against Everton, mate. What's your thoughts on the game?
Well, prediction-wise, firstly, I'm going to get out of the way because that's the easiest thing to do. I don't think we'll go there and win. I think we'll lose. But mind you, we've got a good record at Everton. But I think, you know what, Everton haven't got no injury concerns from what I can understand, man. I mean, they've had one long-term injury, and that's Luca Dean at left-back, but which I actually got an issue with. I don't think they've got a recognised left-back at the club, Everton, if I'm sure. But
I think he's back now, mate, isn't he?
Luca Dean, I thought he's out for quite a bit.
Yeah, he was. I think he's back. The same with Andrew Gomez. He made quite a quick recovery from that. Was against Spurs, wasn't it? That was tackled by Son. Yeah, he's back now as well.
I think Arsenal will definitely play 3 centre backs on Saturday. I'll be absolutely shocked if they don't.
Yeah.
The midfield, I have got no idea who he's going to pick. I'm being serious when I say that. The front 3, I don't think he can win Rushing because I've said it for about the last 4 or 5 weeks, but I'm getting bored of saying it. But our combinations are dead, man. It doesn't matter who we play.
I think for me, I think you're right. We've got to play 3 at the back, and we've got to play players out wide, like Saka out wide and left, stuff like that, and Aubameyang in the middle. If we don't do that, if we play his usual 4-3-3 bollocks, where he puts Saka centrally and all that, it's just not going to work, and it's just the slow build-up play up to the edge of the box and then end up just crossing the ball in willy-nilly because that's what we can fucking do, and no one's ever going to get on the end of it. It's if he does that, fucking hell, mate. The only saving grace is, like I said, that Xhaka can't play. Unfortunately, I think Bellerin will play and he will be back. But I'd like to see Ainsley Maitland-Niles or Cedric Suarez. I don't care really either of them to play right back because Bellerin's fucking crap, and I can't believe he can't see it.
You know the thing that worries me as well. I think you just touched on it. Obviously, Gabriel's out.
Yeah.
Dominic Calvert-Lewin is in the air, man. Oh my god, that guy is lethal.
Do you think he's going to be top class, so Calvert-Lewin, or?
I wasn't convinced about 2 years ago, 3 years ago. To be honest with you, I wasn't sure if he'd make it, but I don't know whether it's because Ancelotti's gone there. Who knows? But he's been brilliant this season, man. And like I said, with Gabriel not there on Saturday, Dominic Calvert-Lewin's aerial ability is insane, man. If they get the right service into him, it's going to be a long afternoon, mate. Sorry, a long evening. The game's 5:30 kickoff, isn't it? So yeah, it's going to be a long evening, mate.
Fuck, I forgot about that as well. Gabriel's out for the Everton away.
Exactly. Yeah, I know.
And fucking Brighton. Is it home or away, Brighton?
Brighton is away. I think it's away.
So Gabriel's out for all of them, and that's our screwed. Yeah. We said that at the start of the season. If Partey and Gabriel both get injured or suspended,
we're in trouble.
And that's exactly what's happened.
Yeah.
It's, I think we'll get fucking spanked. I think we do. I hope he does play the system that we just said and not his usual bollocks, because it'll be be otherwise. But it just goes to show, though, you get a proper manager in there who knows what he's fucking doing, bring some proper players in, like Alan and James Rodriguez, and puts them in a proper system, and look what can happen. And Calvert-Lewin's flourishing under them.
It's true.
Also, probably going to looking at Eddie Howe. Wouldn't surprise him one bit, mate. It really wouldn't.
That's one thing. That's one thing I couldn't see happening.
No, you don't think so?
Not at all, man. There's more chance of me getting the Arsenal job than Eddie Howe, man.
You reckon?
Yeah, you know why? Because if Eddie Howe was going to be taken on for any other job, yeah, like the likes of him and Sean Dyche, they're always going to be overlooked.
Yeah.
But I just think some clubs don't trust him, mate. They just don't trust him.
Yeah. Josh, I'm pretty sure Alan's injured. I hope you're right, mate.
Might be. I saw he got a nasty challenge when they played. They played Chelsea. I can't remember who injured him, but yeah, I saw that. I did see that.
Yeah, I mean, they still got Decore, a player that I would have gone for in the summer. I mean, 25 million, and his club got relegated. Again, we talked about on other streams, haven't we? You know, I think Arsenal fans are too snobby sometimes to go, oh, we don't want him. But he'd have been perfect for our team, putting him next to Partey or someone like that. Kangaroo, 2-0 to Arsenal, mate. You're very positive. You think we're going to go to Everton and win 2-0? Let me know in the comments, mate, why you think we'll win 2-0, because I can't think of any reason why we'd keep a clean sheet.
Unless you know something about Dominic Calvert-Lewin's out with food poisoning or something, I don't know. But yeah, I can't see. He's going to give us nightmares in the air, man. Seriously.
Yeah. I know, big up yourself, mate. Probably Neil Warnock could be next manager. Has great experience in the Championship. Mate, do you know what, right? I've seen the memes where Sam Allardyce was getting linked with it. He was getting memes.
Yeah.
I mean, he's taken the West Brom job now. But, I mean, even West Brom are sacking their manager, mate, and we're not. I mean, do you know? Like,
yeah, but you know what? You see with Slaven Bilic here, and I didn't know this until I did a bit of research and obviously heard about it. I think he's got 1 win in 17. And that goes back to the Championship. Who,
Bilic?
Yep.
Oh, fuck.
1 win in 17. So I know people going, oh, what, he got the draw at Man City, I can't really sack him. No, I think the West Brom board are not stupid. Like, you know, this guys, they've been on I know they went up last season. They scraped through, to be honest with you, because Brentford threw it away. But, 1 win in 17. I was like, wow. I said, now I can see why they got rid of him.
It's like some managers as well. Some managers have a ceiling, don't they? They, you know, like Allardyce is a stay away from relegation specialist, and you know, I'm sure he's under no illusions that he'll probably save him from relegation, get him up to 10th, and that'll be as far as he can take him. And I'll probably try and get a new manager in.
Yeah, probably.
But so if you were someone who thought that Arsenal might go for Big Sam, too late. We missed out on him as well, because we don't.
I think some Arsenal fans are happy when they heard the news yesterday.
I want Smith Rowe to play centre attack midfield, mate. He can't do any worse, and I don't understand why he's not on the bench or getting a go, because nobody else is doing anything.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's some weeks they're on the bench, then the weeks they're not on the bench. Like, what's this guy doing, man?
I know, mate. All right, we're going to wrap this stream up in a minute. You guys rate Nketiah?
You can take that one first, man.
No, mate, I don't. I know he's got the record goals for the England under-21s. However, I think that's just a different level of football. I've seen footballers before be captain of England under-21s, and they've gone on to play in lower league football. They just don't make it. I don't understand why he's getting ahead of Balogun. Balogun comes on and either scores goals or looks dangerous. And Nketiah, it's not like he's not had the chances to flourish. He's had loads of chances. He's not taken them. You know, and don't let one goal against Dundalk fool you. I mean, he did nothing else in the game, even against Dundalk. So no, I don't rate him. Yeah,
people go like I get it. He presses well. I understand that, and Arteta loves him. He just keeps putting him in. But yeah, if Balogun's more of a physical presence, man. Even though he's young, he just looks. To me, there's a difference there when I see him playing when Eddie plays.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Smash the likes up, guys. Subscribe if you're new. So I'm going to show you this. So make sure you hit the notifications bell so you know when we do our live streams. Albert, do you want to tell the guys where they can find you, mate?
Yeah, of course, man. Albert JTV. My Twitter handle's on the screen. AUMO57. Come and subscribe to the channel. Cool, man. Thanks for coming on again, mate. Appreciate it. My partner in streams, Albert JTV. Like I said, go follow him. Go subscribe to his channel. Cheers, bro. And till next time, mate. I'll see you later. Cheers, mate. Guys. Smash the likes, guys, man.